am Ben Miller with ABC Upfitters, and we get a lot of emails from time to time, customers wondering how to operate our 5-inch touchscreen. It's the Mastervolt EasyView 5 touchscreen. What this screen does is it takes the whole system that you have. So if you have a system with an inverter, a battery, a solar controller, any Mastervolt component on your electrical system, it will catch into the screen and you can monitor all of those components in a pretty detailed way. So just want to run through the screen really quick. What we typically like to do is have a battery page, or kind of like that main page that gives you all the critical information on the system, and we call that kind of our main page or battery page. And then from there we will have typically a inverter charger page, a Combi Master page, and then if you have a solar controller in your system, we'll go and have a solar controller page, and it gives you all the solar information. Another thing to keep in mind too is that this screen is editable by the customer. You can basically customize it to however you want. So most of the screens that are set up out there are similar to what we have here today, so I'm just going to run through this real quick. All right, so here we have our main page. It's the battery page. These squares right here are called widgets, and they again are customizable within the screen. You can take them off, you can add them, but I'm just going to go through the widgets and what each of these mean. So this is our battery main page. You have the house battery state of charge, so that's going to give you the percentage state of charge of your battery. And then you have a time remaining here, which gives you a time remaining on the battery bank based on your current load. So this over here gives your house load, so that's the load on the battery, including all of your AC and DC loads. This is measured in DC amps, so you can see right now I'm drawing 15 amps on the battery, negative 15, and that is calculating to give me 20 hours left at that load. So if this number goes up, this time is going to go down. If this number goes down, this time is going to go up. It's pretty straightforward. Right over here we have the house battery voltage. It's always a good number to monitor to make sure your battery is within range, but really the state of charge kind of gives you that information as well. This is kind of an all-inclusive page. We have it set up to where you give some significant other power information. One is the solar, so that's the incoming amperage. We're inside right now, so we're really not seeing anything other than the lights shining on the panels. So if we were to go outside, it's a sunny day, you're going to see this go up. And what's cool about that is when this goes up, you'll see the house battery draw go down, because that's battery amperage being created by the solar controller that goes into the battery bank, and it's going to help offset that house load. And then the last one I have here is our Combi Master power output. It's measured in wattage, and I like to have that because wattage, no matter what your voltage is a universal power language. We have in this particular unit, we have a 3,500 watt inverter charger. So if I was to turn on anything that's a 110 volt appliance, you would see that wattage go up. So for example, if I turn on the air conditioner in here, you're going to see probably anywhere from 800 to 1,500 watts depending on your air conditioner. Another 110 appliance would be like a microwave. All of your receps, if you plug something in and started to use something on the recep, you would see this wattage go up. So it's a good rule of thumb to kind of monitor while you're using your RV to see where you're at. Moving over to the solar page. So on this particular RV, we have a 60 amp MPPT solar controller, and that information is displayed right here. So you can see right here, this is our incoming solar voltage. We have this system at 40 volts on the roof. So if you saw sun come out, you'd see up to 40 volts coming in. You can see the state of the solar controller. It's currently charging. You can see the charge mode is a bulk charge mode. and then you see the amperage going into the battery bank. So that would be something you want to pay attention to, how much amperage you're getting in. And then we have kind of the kilowatt hours produced by the solar controller over a period of time. It's 19.5. I kind of refer that as to the odometer of the system. Kind of lets you know how much solar you brought in. And then also with this, you have the ability to turn the solar controller on and off. So this is our third page, and this is the inverter charger. We call it our Combi Master. This is a 3,500 watt inverter charger, and we have 6 widgets on this page. I'll just go across the top here. It gives the mode of the Combi Master, which is currently inverting. If we were to plug into shore power, that would switch to charging. It kind of tells you what the inverter is doing. This one right here is the AC in limit. Now this particular feature is called a power share feature, and we can adjust the AC in limit. So say you have, this has 30 amp service, so say you wanted to charge your battery bank with a garage outlet, a 15 amp regular inlet. If you were to plug in and keep this at 20 amps, that's over 15, so it's going to blow your house circuit. So what you can do is you can actually just hit this right here, and you can dial it down to the amperage that you're plugging into, so you will not blow the house circuit. 15 if you don't have anything else plugged in. A lot of times I put it down to 12, and then that will give you the power you need to charge the batteries. If there's additional power required, so say you plug in, you're charging the batteries, and you want to turn on the AC while you're plugged in with this 12 amps, it's going to need more than 12 amps. So then what that does is it pulls the additional power from the battery bank and shares that power. That's why we call it the power share. So over here we have our Combi Master on off. This gives you the ability from the remote to turn the inverter on and off. This is critical if you're leaving the coach, want to leave your 12 volt refrigerator on and don't want to draw on the battery. If you leave your inverter charger on, it can draw 2 to 3 amps. So we would suggest if you leave the unit and want to leave your 12 volt loads on, just go ahead and turn that off, and then that will save your batteries while you're gone to the store and getting some stuff. Moving down here to the input voltage, this gives you the voltage of the shore cord or the generator. If you plug in, it's going to give you information on that incoming voltage. So it's going to be, in that 110 to 120 range. Output voltage is the output voltage of the inverter. So you can see I turn my inverter back on here, and then it will go to invert mode, and then the output voltage will be 110 when that, you can see it go up to 120 now. So now my inverter is outputting 120 volts. I don't have any loads running on the inverter, but again, this is the wattage here, kind of the power gauge for how much power your inverter is producing. If I was to turn an AC load on, such as a microwave or air conditioner, I would see that. That concludes the walkthrough video on our EasyView 5. We'll be posting this up to our social media outlets, so don't hesitate to comment, ask a question, give us a call, shoot us an email. And also next week we are going to be looking into a little bit more detail on some of the menu options for the EasyView, and then also some of the features on how to customize it with the widgets. Thanks again, and have a great day.